Hi everybody, it's Professor Sarraf and I'm going to give you an overview of week 1. So you're going to see my eyes move to my screen because I am going to kind of look over the week 1 description, and I just want to contextualize for you the various work because I know it probably feels very overwhelming that all of this stuff is due. I just want to clarify, I expect that you'll work about 6 hours per week on this class. That's kind of standard for English 102. The idea is that you would technically be in class for 3 hours normally per week, and then you would have an hour of extra work per credit hour, so 6 total hours. So for week 1, you have a lot of stuff to read, but a lot of it is really short. So you're going to start with the orientation pages and look through the videos in the pages. Just kind of skim it and use it as you need it. You can always go back to it. I don't expect you to know it word for word, and I'm not going to test you on it. But it is important to look at, especially the syllabus. Then when you're in week 1, you're going to kind of look at the different materials. I kind of want to give you a sense of what these different readings are all about. So whenever you do the Joining Academic Conversations reading, you're reading the preface and chapter 1. It's just telling you about the final portfolio that you're working towards. So the goal is for you to really kind of wrap your mind around what you're working towards in this class, what the major assignments are. So it's pretty short. Just go ahead and check that out to get a sense of the class. The pages in Easy Writer, again, it's like I've assigned I don't know how many pages, 7, 9 pages. Some of it's just about like the value of low stakes writing and informal writing. And then more about just some of the different choices that you have as a writer, kind of reviewing some of the principles of rhetoric. In addition to that, I recommend that you read the newspaper. You can read the New York Times, the BBC, or listen to Up First, which is a great 13-minute podcast from NPR. And you're going to want to kind of do that every day if possible. But for this week, at the very least, you need to read the news because for your exercise due on Saturday, you're going to summarize a news article. And then there's kind of this separate set of readings about news literacy. So you'll see I have a link up about the principles of news literacy. This takes you to an external webpage from schooljournalism.org, which is just a website that kind of describes the way that journalists are assessed in terms of their credibility. So actually, we sometimes think we don't know what newspapers to trust, but in fact, journalism as a field has standards for journalism. So that's what I want you to look at. You're also going to check out the SPJ Code of Ethics. Again, this is a document that's just going to help you to understand that different newspapers do have ethical standards, some don't, and it will kind of help you understand why I said that you can read the New York Times, BBC, and Up First, but not some other sites that don't have ethical standards, or they don't have codes of ethics. I've also posted a video about how to use Google Scholar. You don't have to be super familiar with that yet, but check it out if you need to, especially if you don't know how to use Google Scholar. You're definitely going to need to know how to use Google Scholar for next week because in week 2, you're going to find some sources. And then I've posted a couple of fact-checking resources, PolitiFact and factcheck.org. Again, just kind of check them out, maybe bookmark them on your browser. They're going to be helpful throughout the semester as you're fact-checking different newspaper stories. Okay, and then I have some different modules on week 1. The one called Process for Research and Writing, it's really short. It's really just reviewing some of the basics of rhetoric that you probably learned in 101, things like what is a rhetorical situation, what is a genre. So again, review it as needed. If you already are familiar with those concepts, you can kind of skim it. The Generating a Research Topic and Focus tab is super important because it's going to tell you how to come up with a research question, which you have to do for your research topic exploration that is due on Saturday. So those are the readings. And then in terms of deliverables, you have 2 this week. So you have an introduction forum, which is due Saturday, and you're just going to introduce yourself using some of the questions that are in the prompt. And then you have that 1-page long research topic exploration. And for that, you're basically just going to summarize a news story, and then you're going to write about a page of text that summarizes it, has your personal reaction, and then poses a research question based on the topic. And this is just to get you thinking about topics you might want to explore this semester. So again, kind of plan to spend about 6 hours on the course this week. And if you have any questions or get lost, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks everybody, best of luck.